someone we wanted to attend couldn't make it, and then we can we'll put it out on YouTube, and hopefully they can get it from there. So anyway, welcome to tonight's Plexus Manbassadors. This is we've done this in the past, just but not, it's rare to get this many guys together. But our team's growing so rapidly, and with a lot of guys joining, it's just a real fun atmosphere to have fellow men on the team. And I've had the privilege and the chance to meet many of these guys in person. We've developed friendships, and it's been an awesome opportunity, not just working our own business, but helping each other. And that's what tonight's meeting is about, or discussion. And it's basically just, what made you get off the fence to join Plexus? I mean, was it the products, or was it the financial opportunity? And so we're going to try to keep this to 30 minutes, but if it gets exciting, so be it. We're just going to let it roll. And we'll just start on my top. I got Jeff Badgley. And Jeff, the question to you, sir, is tell me, is your wife an ambassador? How long has she been? And what made you join? And if we can, let's try to keep these a couple of minute answers, excuse me, so we can answer a few more after that.
Sure. I actually started myself. My wife hadn't joined. She hadn't heard about it. I had seen posts on Facebook, and I was at a point where I was looking strictly for weight loss. I was at a point where I wanted to be the best I could be for my kids, and so I started just with a 3-day sample, and I decided, oh, why not? There's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so I decided I would buy 30 days worth. After that 30 days, I had awesome success, so I said, I might as well join as an ambassador. And I really hadn't mentioned too much to my wife about it at this point either. I talked a little bit about it, but I really didn't want to tell her too much. I had been looking at another thing before Plexus came along on Facebook. So Plexus hit at the right moment, because I like the part that I can eat. I'm an eater. So that's what really got me, was I can eat 3 meals a day. But so I decided, I could use the extra money. And I just love the product so much, I wanted to share it with my friends and family. So that's really what got me, I'd say, off the fence, because I just really love the product. So.
And the second part of the question is, you join, you have a business now. How much time does it take for you to manage your business as a Plexus ambassador, and what do you do?
I don't really think it takes that much time. For me, it's talking to people here and there, but I do a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I just have a ton of fun with it. I've met so many amazing people, and I share my story, share other people's stories, and I probably spend a great deal of time looking at stuff, but I don't consider it doing business. I consider it having fun.
Right.
I just have fun with what I do. So.
Well, good deal. I'll get back to you, but I really appreciate your time and sharing that, and being the first person that we had on the panel tonight. Anyway, great job. Ted, can you hear me? You might have to unmute.
I can hear you.
All right, Ted, same question, sir. What made you get off the fence?
Oh, well, let's see. My wife, as a lot of you know, my wife kind of force-fed Plexus on me. It was her birthday. She made the pink drink. She knew that I was at a breaking point. I was up around 225 pounds. I wasn't happy with myself. She saw it in me and decided to give me the pink drink. I could have easily drank it and then said, whatever, it's not going to work. But I saw that she was doing it and she was losing weight. So I said to myself, I'm not going to let her lose weight and get all sexy without me. So I decided to keep on taking the products, and I started feeling better. I started sleeping better right away. So that's my story with the products. Now the business side, my wife she came to me and said, I think I might need your help with this business. So that's why I decided to join as an ambassador, because if I joined to help her, then I would have more of a purpose, because she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't want to work. She wants to stay home with the kids. So if I can do something more to help her reach that goal, then I'm going to. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm trying to give it 110%. And I'm having a ball with it. I mean, the people that I've met with Plexus are the most supportive, motivating, friendly people that you'll come across. So that's why I got off the fence. Now to answer your second question, time-wise, just like anything else, the more time you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. You can put in the minimal time and still create a good little business. But as you continue to grow a team, you're going to want to put more time into your business because you're going to get more out of it. So if you start building a team and you pour yourself into your team, you're going to benefit tremendously from
it. Okay. Hang on one second. Thank you so much, Ted. I'm going to move on to the next person, but I'm surprised you don't have your shirt off, because we've seen you with your shirt off.
I've been by the pool all day, so I'm a lobster right now, so I got to keep my shirt on.
Well, you're one of the few brave Manbassadors that will show the before and afters with their shirt off, and I salute you for that.
Thank you.
All right, Chuck Rash, are you on, sir? You might have to unmute yourself.
How's that? Hear me?
Much better. Hey, Chuck, same question to you. I'm going to go around the panel here. And what made you get off the fence?
Well, okay, first on, what's up, Plexus dudes? What's happening, everybody? Okay, start off, my health was crap. I was about 100 pounds overweight, pre-diabetic, and pretty depressed. No testosterone, no nothing, no high blood pressure. It was pretty bad. So my wife went to an opportunity party. She came home. She was all psyched because people said they could sleep and she couldn't. So nothing against her, but she had done about 1,000 of these things. And I was like, okay, here we go again. So she's like, I want to do this. So she started it. So I tried it kind of because I got coaxed into it. I really had no expectations. So first day I drank it. By the third day, I just started feeling better. And I called it an overall sense of well-being. I just felt better. There was no, like, I had energy. It's hard to describe, it was just this whole different attitude, this whole different mood had come over me. And that's when I went and took all the crap off the exercise bike downstairs and started riding the bike. And it just progressed from there. And it took me about 3.5 weeks to start losing any weight. But once I did, the weight started coming off, and I'm down 70 pounds now. I've been able to keep it off, and I still got a few more to go. But the effects of the slim and the accelerator are what got me off the fence. It didn't take a long time because I only knew about it for like a day before I started taking it. So it wasn't like I was one of those people that were watching for like months. But but when she first introduced it to me, I really didn't want any part of it. But things have changed. Business wise, be honest with you, once my health started getting better, that's kind of all I cared about. I joined as an ambassador, like a lot of people do, to help my wife out. I prefer just to kind of, be a billboard for her. That's what I wanted to do. I'll try to send people your way. I got a couple customers, I got a couple ambassadors. I wasn't really pushing the business too hard. Then I had my ups and downs, like a lot of people joined and then they bailed. And so when that happened, I was just kind of, I'm just working on me. And kind of things changed a little bit when I went to Leaders Retreat, and I met a lot of people that were doing really well. I had worked crazy hours. I had to be up at 4 o'clock every morning, and I was trying to work out every morning. So I just told myself I didn't have the energy to do this as a business. But I met a lot of people that were making some pretty good money part-time. So that kind of changed it for me. I started working my business more and got a little bit more motivated at Super Saturday and convention put me over the top. I've been listening to, I will drive all day. So I've been listening to Zig Ziglar and Les Brown and, all day. And I've been reading. It changed. So, and things are starting to happen a little bit more. It's picking up. So I'm feeling pretty positive. And that's my story. Now I can't hear Rod. Why not?
He's muted.
All right, can you hear me now, Chuck?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. What I was going to say was, you also, I've seen your success with the products. I mean, your testimonies are just out of this world. And I think everybody here has had, initially, and even myself, had the initial, being skeptical about the products, about even becoming an ambassador, because, we felt, we don't want to get involved in doing this. We just want to, we didn't want to try the products. But the fact that I can say my wife was pushing me, I think Jeff had talked about that, but my wife was pushing me to use the products, and that I found that it was the best move I ever made, was just taking a chance and trying it. Now, do any of you guys, let's start with you, Jeff, any of you guys do you have more men customers or more women, or is it just a balance?
I have more women. I don't know why, but I do. I think it's a little more difficult to get guys right now, but they're coming around. That's what I feel.
You're muted.
Yeah, is it probably because maybe women are sometimes more concerned about their weight loss and men aren't?
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, probably that would be my guess. A lot of people push more for the weight loss, and now we're finding more of the health stuff. So I think the products are great for guys because of the weightlifting and stuff like that, recovery wise and stuff. So
yeah, and I can agree. I've had probably I probably had more male customers than female, and I think men liked. I mean, the fact is, if they have a male ambassador they can go to, I think they'll want to talk to them about the products. But it really doesn't matter, because it's really about just being healthy. So it's not really, a gender issue. It affects everyone, and the fact that we're here to help, I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
Right. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. And I think a lot of us, since we've been really involved with Plexus and have a lot of product knowledge, and we read a lot of testimonies, and we're involved in our team group, that we can, if you're involved, you have all the information at hand. So if somebody comes to you about a specific problem, we can generally find the answer from another ambassador who's had the same exact experience. So it's something that we have a lot of resources, but you know, I really enjoy it when another man joins, because we're really a minority. For whatever reason, we're a minority, and we're just trying to boost that number up. Ted, what are you doing differently to try to get some male ambassadors?
I try and keep my posts more masculine. Like, you know, I'm at the gym, I'm posting that I'm at the gym, workout powered by Plexus. You know, in the beginning when I started sharing my results, and you know, they were seeing that I was putting on muscle, you know, we got swarmed with a bunch of guys as customers. You know, but now with time, we've leveled out. Now we got a lot of women and men. But for the most part, I try and market my posts towards guys a little more so than women. You know, make it about my working out, the gym, lifting weights. You know, keep it in that realm, and then I kind of get more guys interested. But yeah, but for the most part, yeah, I mean, we get a lot of women wanting to do the products because they're in it for the weight loss aspect. You got to unmute yourself, Rod.
I'm trying to get the hang of it. I got my wife over here telling me exactly what to do. Okay. All right.
Hey,
Chuck.
Rod.
Can you hear me, Chuck?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, sir. With your customers and your experiences, what is it that you could tell someone if they wanted to become an ambassador, you know, especially if they're a man? What is it that you could tell them that would be encouraging that, you know, why they should join?
Well, I think like we're talking about getting men on board. I think what I experienced, and it's probably myself too, men are extremely more vain, I think, than women. You wouldn't believe that. Like in my, you know, a woman will say, I need to lose 10 pounds. A guy will tell you, man, I can lose anytime I feel like it. You know, well, I'm just not doing it right now. So I've kind of tried to do what Teddy said, try to go more with the masculine things more. I post a lot about workout. I post a lot about, you know, promoting lean muscle growth. But I think for like, I've probably given out 15 or 16 samples at work. And, you know, I mean, even as far as ridiculous things like it's pink, you know. So I'll be honest with you. I'm here to learn, you know. If Teddy's getting guys, I want to learn from him because I'm struggling with getting guys. You know, I don't have any problem, you know, women flock, but, you know, the guys are tough. You know, I've had people come up to me and say, God, man, you look good. What have you lost? 70 pounds. That's great. I said, you know, how about, you know, we get together, we talk about it. You want to give it a try? Nah, man, I go to the gym. I'll lose 30 pounds with no problem. And I see the guy a month later, and he doesn't look any different than he did when I talked to him the first time. I don't know. It's an ego thing, I guess.
Yeah, those are the guys I just let go. If they don't want to change themselves, then, you know, you can't force it on them.
Well, Chuck, that's a good perspective, and I can tell you, I think we can all attest that, you know, when we went to a convention, we saw, I don't know what the percentage was. Was it 90% females and 10% males? I mean, there's a big room for males to join, and just think about the marketplace that they would have. I mean, there'd be that many more opportunities if we had more men in the company that was, you know, representing as Plexus products and getting more people involved. I'm going to ask one other person, Steve. Steven, can you hear me? And are you willing to talk tonight?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry. Well, I just got the 3-year-old down, so
you know,
I'm outside sitting on the deck.
You know, this is what's awesome. You can do your business and you can take care of your kids, and you can take care of your wife and take care of your fellow ambassadors. Anyway, Stephen,
Yeah.
tell me about how you got involved and what made you get off the fence.
All right. So, the story's a little bit similar to some of these guys, but so I'm a fitness guy. You know, I met all you guys and everybody. You know, I'm 51 years old. I'm a fit guy. So when Dana said she was going to jump on board, I was like, you know, I've been through it. I've been, you know, tried any and every product that's out there. So I was a skeptic, straight up skeptic. Now I was teaching boot camps and things of that nature. So, you know, I would preach, you know, health and working out. So as I, you know, started researching the product and watching Dana's results, you know, she was slimming down. She has digestive issues, and her digestive health just turned a complete 360. So with that said, before Super Saturday, I went to Super Saturday and you know, it was a great event, pumped me up, and then I signed up shortly after that. So I started taking the products, and like I said, I'm fit. I'm probably the fittest I've been in the last 10 years. Lean. I have no body fat, very little, and that's absolutely from the pink. I mean, I'm a runner, I'm a cyclist, I lift, I do a little of everything. So, but yeah, I was just shocked at that aspect of it. Then looking from the inside out, right? We go to the gym, all the guys go to the gym, you know, throw weights around, do whatever, but what are they doing for their inside? So, you know, I started boasting, you know, the probiotics, BioCleanse, the ProBio 5, and what a difference in my digestive health. I thought I was, you know, spot on, but that changed everything. We ran out of pills one night, and we were out for like 5 days, and I was freaking out. Like we were borrowing ProBio from people, right? So the products work, right? The products absolutely work. So business-wise, now, you know, I'm in a pretty intense job, and I do some traveling, but I was traveling the other night. You know, just in casual conversation is a great place to slide Plexus in. I mean, you can slide it in anywhere. Last night we were at field days here locally in our hometown, and I saw a bunch of people that used to take my boot camps, and you know, I told them, I said, let's get together, let's talk. You know, I'm going to hopefully start teaching again in the next month or so, and you know, the guys. I'm going to jump here because you're asking about guys and girls. So my customers are all women. The guys don't see it. They just don't get it because they think if they're in the gym, just like Ted said, they're in the gym, you know, it's good. Ted's got a little different story because they can see those results immediate. They'll look at me and go, yeah, you're lean. And I say, yeah, well, I'm lean because of the product. I trained 10 years ago. I pedaled to Washington, D.C., Ride for Missing Children. And there was 30 of us. And when I trained for that, that was the fittest and leanest. And I'm at that. And I haven't put in half of the training that I did for that. So time, just in casual conversation last night over some beers with a bunch of friends, kids are riding all the rides. And I got 3 Facebook requests from people I talked with. Now, you know, now I'll go to work.
Well, Stephen, that's great. You know, and I wish we could see you because I can tell other people that you don't look 51, sir. And you are in great shape.
Appreciate that.
You're in great shape. But, you know, y'all bring up a good point. I mean, and I think somebody else had attested to it, that the color pink, for whatever reason, you tell guys that, hey, it's a pink drink, or they already know about Plexus because they heard it from us, and they hear about the color pink and they just kind of want to distance themselves from something like that. And I think also the word diet, because when you use the word diet, guys aren't on board, you know, and women probably will generally jump on board, guys won't. But like what Steven said, it's really about, you know, getting healthy on the inside out. And I think we can all attest that we're probably the healthiest we've ever been. Because I can definitely do things I've never done in the past. Just because of having that, you know, taking Plexus Slim regularly every day, not skipping, and just eating more healthy. I mean, I think we've all changed our diet habits because of the fact that we know the products work, and in order to boost that, we want to eat more healthy, and we want to become as strong as possible, especially when you get to our age, Steve, right?
Hey, listen, I'm going to throw something in there. So when I started, I was like, yeah, pink, everything's to women. It's nothing to the men. And, you know, just like Ted said and Jeff said, so, and Chuck said, so I can say I've embraced the pink. So, you know, I think it helps, you know, with the women. But tonight I stopped to try to find a pink water bottle because ours died in the dishwasher. So I went out and purposefully looked for a pink bottle to carry around and drink out of, because people are like, what are you carrying that for? Boom, conversation began, right?
That's cool, and I really like the fact that, you know, it's not a hard business to run. I mean, when you're talking about, you know, the products and how well they work, and I think just people will jump on board for that reason. But for guys, it's just a little bit more tougher sometimes to get them to understand that it's not just losing weight; it's about feeling healthy. So I want to kind of keep this to 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, because I really enjoy the fact that we're all together. It's kind of like, you know, we're having fun here. I'm going to ask a few more questions, but just going to convention, like we mentioned, we had a great time together. Sorry, Jeff, you weren't there, but without getting too specific, just tell people, you know, what your experience was at convention and how it was with, you know, what kind of fun. Just tell Ted, go first.
Convention was fun, man. When we're all together, we know how to have a good time. My first experience with everyone was at Leaders Retreat in Orlando, and we had a blast. But I think anytime we're all together, it's just a good time. But the trainings were good. The speakers were unbelievable. The show that they put on is just, you know, crazy. The parties, the costume, what was it? The 80s party. It's just, they know how to throw a party, and they know how to take care of us. But the one thing that I took away that's been stuck in my head, and I think Les Brown said it. He said that you have to trust in yourself before anything else. If you don't trust in yourself, whether it be in the business or in the products or anything, you're not going to be able to push that onto anyone else. So we're at a point, I think all of us, where we trust in ourselves that we're going to do well with this business, that we're doing well with our health, and we trust in ourselves that we can help others. I think once others get to that point, it's only a matter of time until they're going to be successful with the business.
Well said, Ted. Well said. Hey, Chuck, same thing. You went to convention. How was it for you?
I had a blast. The best thing for me is the people. A lot of people know I'm in recovery, and when I got sober, it's about one alcoholic helping another, and that's the same vibe I get from Plexus. It's not like I got this little secret and I know how to make money or I know how to be successful and I'm not telling anybody. Everything's shared and I mean, I don't think I said and was told how much I love people and how much people love me. It was like a big love fest. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome for people that I met to say, hey, I read your testimony, or I read that, and people to come up to me and said, you know, I've read your testimony. It's awesome. And everything's shared. And like Teddy was saying, you know, Plexus spares no expense. They take care of you, you know, you know, without being specific, they have concern, you know, if ambassadors have concerns, they jump right in and take care of it. They address it, you know, and that's rare today. I know where I work, that doesn't happen. You know, it is the way it is. You don't like it, go elsewhere, you know? So just the whole camaraderie. And I believe it comes from people that were in tough spots, whether financially or physically or both. And Plexus was able to bring them out of it. And you know, and it's just like one big united 8,000 people family, you know, and that might sound corny. And, you know, a year and a half ago, I would have want no part of this. You know, it's a bunch of rah-rah conventioneers. I posted that. But, you know, it's changed my whole perspective on life itself. And I love it. I'm having a great time.
Thanks, Chuck. And, you know, I'll tell you my experience with convention. It's because I was able to go last year, and I went this year, and I just saw the team grow, and I was able to see how closer the bonding that we had with one another. It's just the fact that we all live different parts of the country, and we, you know, occasionally talk to each other, even though we're not. And I'll get into this in a minute, but you know, we help each other out, regardless if, you know, where we're at in the country, or where we at financially, or where we're at in anything. That we're here to help each other. And that going to convention, I mean, it was a lot of, you know, it's kind of a unique thing when you're sitting here talking to people on Facebook or wherever else, and then all of a sudden you get a chance to meet these people. And there's this friendship that's developed with a lot of us guys and women. But the fact that, you know, when I saw Chuck for the first time, I mean, it really, you know, touches your heart, because you know this guy. He's told you his testimony, and you've talked to him here and there for the last year. And so it's really great to really finally meet these people. Jeff, I'm going to meet you, sir. I'm going to go out there and see you one day. And even though I haven't had the opportunity, you know, I've worked closely with Jeff, and we help each other. And it's a lot like, you know, iron sharpening iron. And we do that each and every day. I can tell you that I have a lot of friends before Plexus, but I really have a tremendous amount of friends now that I wouldn't trade for the world. And what do you think, Jeff?
I agree. I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I've had friends outside of Plexus, but nothing like what we have now. I mean, it's just amazing. I can, you know, call anybody, message anybody, and somebody will jump at the drop of a hat. It's just amazing, you know, that just, you know, I just saw Teddy not long ago in Clifton Park, and you know, it was like, hey Teddy, how's it going? You know, it's just, you know, it's just that great seeing all these people. At Steve and Dana, I have, you know, we've had lunch together and stuff. So it's just you know, great meeting all these new people that I didn't know before Plexus.
Thank you, Jeff. And sir, I really commend all the time and the energy that you do for not just, you know, your fellow ambassadors, but for your team. And I'm praying that we get to see you soon. So what we'll do, we're going to wrap this up. But I want to go around the panel again one more time, and then we're going to end with Jana at the end here. I think she's going to say something. But Steve or Steven, I don't know what to call you now. I've been calling you Steven, but
either one's. My mom calls me Steven. Everybody else calls me Steve.
All right. This is just whatever. I'm going to leave it open to you. Just if you have anything to share for getting somebody off the fence, what would you say?
So like we said just a bit ago, I mean, I think that the men are the hardest. So I would sell, I mean, the probiotic, you know, you're working your insides out. I mean, every guy works on their outside without a doubt. So I would stay on, and I would follow up, and I would not badger, but I would follow up to make sure. Like on my face, just an example, on my Facebook, I mean, I have friends that are cyclists, they're runners, they're, you know, in the gym. And I struggle with the guys on Facebook where the women are, I think, more receptive. So it's got to be a conversation. It's got to be a phone call. It's got to be stopping at their work. So that's mine. I think that on the men's side, if we can attack the digestive tract, better probably come up with a better term than that. But I think that's a good way to start. And then just my 2 cents from convention is it's a family. Straight up, it's a family. We don't have. I'm in the corporate world. I work for Verizon Wireless, and we're a monster company. And I've been all over the country. I've never seen camaraderie like this. You could walk up, like all you guys. I mean, other than Jeff, because I live near him, but all you guys. I bumped into. I think I met Ted at Super Saturday. I think it was, and you know, we just hang out like we've been friends for 20, 30 years. You know, Rod, I never met you before. You know, we're sitting having breakfast that morning. You know, you gave me the hat. I haven't taken that hat off, and it sparked a ton of conversation. So I do appreciate it. Everybody teases me because I'm not a camo guy, but it certainly fits me.
Thanks a lot, Stephen. Love you, man. Ted,
What's up?
you got any last words, sir?
Last words. If anyone isn't like, if anyone were to be like in my situation, I would just straight up and say, you know, do it for your wife because I did it for her, and I am just beyond grateful and thankful that I did, because I could have easily just told her to get that pink crap away from me. But, you know, I did it for her, and I think both of us are happy about it. You know, if you have a guy that, you know, their wife or girlfriend, they're not in the business already, you know, I'd be real with them. Just say how Plexus has helped you, how Plexus is helping other guys. Show them our testimonials, show them that it works for guys, because, you know, we're all living, breathing, talking testimonials that guys and Plexus do mix.
Thank you, Teddy. Chuck, any final words, sir?
Yeah, I mean, you asked the question, how do you, like, how do you think you get people off the fence, whether male or female? This is what I had to learn, that it's a marathon, not a sprint, and don't compare yourself out. And I used to look at people as a sale, and now I know what I do now, what I've learned over the last couple months is be a product of the product. Use the product, you know, and just build relationships with people, and they come, you know. I tell you, I used to try to force it a lot when I first started. You know, everybody, not so much a sale, not a dollar sign, but, you know, there's just another person. You know, that's another person I could sign, or that's another person that'll take the product. And now, you know, I've had people that I've talked to just every day, you know, like the cashier at Wawa who became a customer. By just talking, I know her kid, I know her story. Her son had a brain tumor, you know. I mean, just talking to her, and then after a while, it's just like, you know, I'm interested. Let's do this, you know. And people watch for a long time, and as long as I think you're coming from the heart, and it's about helping people, you know, it'll come. And I had to really learn that, you know, there's 260,000 ambassadors in here, and there's 40 diamonds on that stage. You know, we're not all going to, you know, be crazy in the beginning. If it takes me 5 years to get there, I got 5 years, and I got no problem with that, because I ain't going nowhere. I'm probably the oldest one here. I'm going to be 53. So, but I ain't going nowhere for about another 30 years or so. So I got plenty of time.
Thank you, Chuck. And I actually beat you. I am 53, so I'm the oldest one here. Jeff, any final words?
I just think, you know, when I started, I expected everything to just fly off the handle. Everything was gonna, you know, I figured I'd be up at the top in no time, with my story and everything. And kind of a reality check that I have to work. I'm working for what I'm doing, but I enjoy every second of it. I'm always learning. I've made mistakes, but I've learned from them. So that's what I think, at least my takeaway is that that you always have to be open to learn, take advantage of every situation that you have and learn from it. So that's really what I think anyways.
Rod, unmute yourself.
Unmute, Rod. I saw hands.
All right, I'm gonna let Janice speak here, and then we'll close out the meeting. Go ahead, girl.
Hello. I wasn't going to say anything, but after hearing all you amazing guys, I just have to say a few things. First of all, if you're a guy and you're watching this call, you now know that this pink drink is not just for girls. These guys are manly men. And I will tell you right now, they have their own Manbassador groups that are women are not allowed, and it is all guy talk. And they have the most fun because Rod tells me how cool that group is. And so if you join our team, you will be in the Manbassador group, and it is full of manly men, just like the ones that are talking right now. And I just want to say you guys are all amazing. I've been listening to this call, and I want to tell you on behalf of your wives and girlfriends, there is nothing sexier than a guy that supports his wife or his girlfriend. And there's nothing sexier than a guy that's taking care of their body and their health and their dreams. And what you're doing for your family is amazing. By supporting your wives, your dreams can come true. And I cannot wait till we get the first Manbassador that has Alexis and that is a jewel and that's going to Maui, not just with their wife as a guest, but as the person that's earning the trip too. And so you guys can all do it. We need more men because men can benefit from these products. Look at the guys that are here on this panel. You all look healthy. You all look wonderful. And I'm sure your wives are enjoying every minute of your newfound health. And so I just want to say thank you. And if you're a guy watching this right now, you are missing out if you do not support your wife and come join our team, or your girlfriend if you don't come join our team, because this is where it's at. We have a great team. We have lots of fun, and the men on this team are amazing. So thanks, you guys, for talking tonight.
Thank you, Jana. And I really appreciate, like I said, all the guys that got on this panel tonight. Hopefully I'll get better and learn how to click and unclick the mute button. So anyway, that's how it is. We're not professionals. We're just regular guys running our business, helping each other get to whatever our goals and dreams are. And anyway, God bless all you guys. Love all y'all. And we'll talk again. And have a good night.